I'm A-Bone.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Sonia.
Today we're dishing with you from Mitsitam Cafe, which is located in the Smithsonian's National Museum of the American Indian.
That's right, we're right here inside the museum, and we're here after hours, and you could be too, because the museum has a special 3-course prix-fixe menu with some of these items.
There's some great things. These are some of the appetizer options. This is a venison and pheasant meat thing with a cherry sauce in honor of the cherry blossoms, and these are some little fishes.
The largest sardines I've ever seen, I think, ever in my life. But you know what? This sounds really, really good. A buffalo and duck burger.
And the way it was explained was just so good with the folding in of yummy.
Check out this whole baked bass and the pumpkin seed tamal. These are just things that maybe they might have eaten. The American Indians might have eaten.
I think it's
maybe
all
not,
inspired by the American Indian
But you will be
diet.
eating them if you come for a pre-theater menu right here at Mitsitam Cafe. And today our guest is Krista Johnson. She is the owner of the consignment store Ella Rue in Georgetown. Thanks so much for being with us. Now, I think a lot of people have questions about consignment stores because, you know, our wallets are tight. We want to shop. There's so many new spring trends, but we don't really know how to shop them or how to take our clothes to them.
How to take the clothes, yeah. Tell us how to shop, and then I've got loads of how to get rid of my clothes questions.
So why are consignment stores doing so well?
Well, I think after the recession, people are like, you know what, you can't buy a $400 or $500 dress for an event because your wallets can't handle it. It's not responsible. And so consignment shopping's really been popular because you can go and you can find a $1,000 dress and spend, you know, anywhere from like $200 to $250 on it.
Now, you used to have a store for new items, and now you're focusing on your new store is almost all consigned items, things that still have tags on them,
right?
But consigned items. So why did you make this switch? Why do you think consignment's the place to be?
Well, it was an economic decision, because you can't survive in the business world and retail and have to buy your inventory. So this eliminated bills coming in. So I'm happy to sell people's items, and it helps me out a lot too.
So speaking of inventory, these are questions that Sonia has.
I forever have been wanting to free up some closet space, but my big problem is that is the whole season thing. How can I properly get my clothes together and to you in the season that you're looking for, and I don't miss the boat? Because part of my issue is that I feel like I want to get rid of the fall stuff now, which who's buying fall clothes?
Right,
no one.
You can't do it. So you have to think of it like first quarter is resort. Okay. Okay. So you get all the spring in. After the holidays, people are sick of looking at winter. So after the holidays and you're crazed, think I've got to clean out my spring clothes.
Okay.
And then it's as seasons go. And then summer, I'm going to start taking fall.
In summer, you start taking fall. Okay, so it really is like, let me think of what I want to get rid of before I start wearing it.
Like a season ahead or so.
Season ahead. And also when you think of like the major department stores like Bergdorf's and Neiman's, if you start seeing spring clothes in their displays, then you're like, you know what, I got to clean out my closet.
Here's my other problem. I am low self-esteem about taking my stuff in. I don't want to have that mortifying moment of when you're like, no. So like how do I sort of steel myself to come in and bring in all my clothes that I'm not sure if you're going to like?
So I'm known as a nice person.
Okay, good.
And
good.
That is continued into business. So basically I go through things, and I'm not going to take anything unless I think it's going to sell.
Okay.
And if it's not going to sell, it may be that it's a little passé, or maybe the brand doesn't sell as well. It's not a personal insult. So what do? Is I take the things that will sell, and then I suggest other places. Because I'm a dime a dozen. However, my store is very specific in what I take. But I'll suggest to you to friends that own stores. I'll tell you where you can drop things off.
So just because it doesn't fit in at Ella Rue doesn't mean that it might not fit in at a consignment store somewhere else.
Right.
So you don't take men's clothing, right?
I don't.
But there are consignment stores for men's clothes.
And not any that fits me.
No.
You never know.
there
Maybe all that stuff is just waiting.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, definitely. And there's so many stores out there. And also you have to take into account there's things that you can't sell anywhere, and they're better to give to Goodwill and get a tax write-off
like
for
bikinis and underwear. And that's gross. But so how do you decide? Like, how do you decide? I mean, besides from a style perspective, how would you how would you think about in terms of trends? Like, do you use trends in what you decide to pick and put in your store?
I just pick things. I used to be a buyer for a store. I pick things like I'm in a showroom in New York, and I can't get rid of that instinct. I'll look at something and say I like it. So when you go into my store, you'll see that everything is very girly, very fresh looking, very clean lines. It's almost like walking into a new store, and I just look at it like I'm buying for my customers.
And it is kind of the shopping experience. I'm going to go back to a buyer instead of a seller here for a second. The shopping experience is very similar to shopping in a store. I mean, you have a lot of items that are brand new from people's closets they just never wore. I mean, what should you look for when you're going secondhand shopping?
Okay, so you've got to do your research, and we all can Google. But if you're more into vintage things, my store is not your store. You would go to Annie Cream Cheese. But the best bet and the best closets and the best dressed people in the whole world shop at all kinds of stores. So I would make sure you go to all the consignment shops and pick, because they all have their genres. And mine is very contemporary. You know, I carry everything from Nanette Lepore to Chanel. But I shop at other consignment stores too.
And sometimes those pieces, they're super special and they have a story attached to them. So sometimes it can be fun, just like estate jewelry, to have an outfit.
Do you do jewelry too?
Yes, I am the jewelry queen.
That's the place to go for jewelry. Good to know. What do you do with things like eBay? Like with eBay having all these options of people selling their stuff, has that influenced or affected your business at all?
Well, I used to be really active on eBay, but because of the recession, so many people can do eBay. It's a simple process. So the prices of what you can get for goods have gone way down, and that doesn't make my consigners happy, because if they give me a brand new pair of Manolo Blahniks, I can sell it in my store for $200, but on eBay for $80. So
so it's better to take it to a consignment store. I see what you're saying. Okay.
But some items you can sell for yourself on eBay. But you have to have a really great reputation on eBay to get the international buyers and the buyers to bid.
So what are you looking for right now? What should we bring in right now that you're looking for?
Have you got a hot item that you want to tell everyone about?
First of all, right? You're now shopping for fall?
I'm starting fall in July.
In July, okay.
So I'm still doing spring and summer. And so anything bright, anything that you could wear in DC for events. We have a lot of events coming up. Long dresses sell really well in my store.
I will be seeing you later on.
We should go to your house. And
I just take all my stuff
take it over there.
And I also forgot, I do home appointments. If you are overrun with clothing, I can come to your house and help you.
What are you doing later on tonight?
Oh,
let's go.
I can't do it tonight, but
Thank you. Thank you so much, Krista. You need to clean out your closet, or you need a little bit of extra cash, or maybe you want to go and see what people are getting out of their closets that might be beneficial to you. Check out Elaroo. Check out consignment stores in your area. Secondhand is savvy again. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll check you here next time, right here on the District Dish.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Good job.
Thanks.
Get in touch.
I know I will. I was telling Kate I just got a dress for her because I wanted to get research.